mynews.studio.
Picture Mogadishu's skyline, new buildings, cranes everywhere. Right in the middle of it, you'll find two young women in hard hats, doing things people once thought impossible. How did they end up leading the charge?
Today is June 27th, 2025. Let's take a step back. For years, Mogadishu was synonymous with conflict and destruction, but lately, construction has taken over the skyline. What changed, and who's making that happen?
At the center are Fathi Mohammed Abdi and Sadia Ahmed Omar. They're both 24, born during the Civil War. Instead of leaving, they stayed and decided to rebuild. That's already unusual, but what really sets them apart is that they're leading big construction projects in a field almost entirely run by men. Why does that matter?
Women make up just 5% of Somalia's engineering workforce. When Abdi started, people doubted her because of her age and because she's a woman. Omar couldn't even get an internship at first. Most employers didn't think women could handle construction. So, how did they get past those barriers?
What came down to timing. That's the city V built. They needed engineers urgently. Abdi and Omar stepped forward when others hesitated. Between them, they've managed more than 30 multi-million-dollar projects, including a 10-story complex in Hodan district. That's not just work. It's changing how people see what's possible.
And their approach isn't just theoretical. They're on the ground managing teams, making decisions. The Somali Engineers Association says women aren't just welcome now, they're essential. That's a real shift, don't you think?
Definitely. A few years ago, even their male colleagues weren't sure women belonged on site. But after delivering on these big projects, they've earned real respect. Not just tolerated, admired.
That change spreads. More young Somali women are now interested in engineering. In 5 years, over 6,000 new buildings have gone up, and women are part of that story. But are there still hurdles, or is it smooth sailing now?
There are still obstacles. Formal mentorship programs are rare. Regulations aren't always enforced. And women still make up just 5% of engineers. Most of the progress comes from individual drive, not from policy changes.
So, is this shift permanent? Or does it hinge on pioneers like Abdi and Omar?
That's really the key question. Their visibility acts as a kind of mentorship. Omar's story, facing months of rejection, has inspired others. But if this is going to last, there needs to be more support from institutions, not just individuals. Right now, it's the urgent need for skills that's opening doors, not any big new policies.
Let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter outside Somalia? Is this just about two women, or could it be a model for other places recovering from conflict?
It's both. Their story is about gender equality, rebuilding, and economic growth. It shows that breaking down gender barriers can speed up recovery, not just socially, but economically too. That's relevant for any country facing similar challenges.
And this isn't just local news. BBC, Al Jazeera, African Dream, all covering it. But for listeners, what's the real takeaway?
That resilience can create opportunity. Even in places shaped by conflict, individuals can shift what's considered normal and inspire change. But for real transformation, more than inspiration is needed. There has to be structural support too.
So do you think we'll see more women in hard hats in other cities? Or is Mogadishu unique right now?
It really depends on the need, on the chances people get, and on whether societies choose to back pioneers like Abdi and Omar. Their achievements send a message, but they don't guarantee the future.
That's our conversation. 2 young engineers, 6,000 new buildings, and a city transformed. What's next for Mogadishu?
Thanks for listening as we looked at how 2 young women are building more than just structures. They're changing the narrative for Somalia, and maybe beyond.
Thank you for joining us. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it for free.